What up, what up? It's your boy, Georgie350, and you were listening to Once Upon a 785, the dopest podcast in the Midwest. Let's get into it.
What up, what up? It's your boy, Joji350. And thank you for tuning in to Once Upon a 785, available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. And if you're listening, I would like to say you fucking rock, and I appreciate the shit out of you. And if you fuck with us and you think we're worth a fuck, go ahead and leave a review or a like on whatever platform you listen on, because it helps the algorithm find more badass motherfuckers like yourself who might enjoy it too. But never feel obligated to leave a review or feel obligated to do anything. Just enjoy the show.
What up, and welcome to episode number 8, MEOW WOLF. And, as always, the date is, well, it's not always, but you know what I'm saying. The date at the time of this recording is November 1st. And fuck it, I'll tell you the time. It's 10:37 p.m., bitch. How about that? And I would like to say I hope everyone had a fantastic fucking Halloween weekend, whatever the fuck you did. I'm glad you did it. Hopefully you did it safe. And fucking November. So whatever the fuck you want to make of that. It's almost fucking holy shit. It's almost December. God damn. This year went fucking fast. Man, that's unbelievable. I don't even know why I just now fucking realized, like, holy shit. It's fucking November? Fuck. But, I mean, hey, it's almost Christmas, so that's that, you know. That's cool, I guess. 1 year of looking forward to eventually dying. But anyway, on a brighter note. But before we get into that brighter note, here's a quick ad from our sponsors. Yay! All right. Episode number 8, MEOW WOLF. Okay, so in a nutshell, according to Wikipedia, MEOW WOLF is an American arts and entertainment company that creates large-scale, interactive, and immersive art installations. It was founded in 2008. Its flagship attraction, House of Eternal Return, is in Santa Fe, New Mexico. It's a 20,000 square foot facility, which includes a concert venue in addition to the main immersive art installation. 2021, their second installation, Omega Mart, opened in Area 15 in Las Vegas. The third location, Denver, Convergence Station. It opened the doors to public September 17th, 2021. There's 2 additional locations going up. They're both in Texas. They'll probably be out in 2023 and 2024. I think one was in Grapevine, and the other one was maybe outside of Houston, or is Houston. MEOW was started in Santa Fe in, like, 2008, which is crazy because that's, like yeah, that was forever ago. That's when I graduated. MEOW was formed in 2008, and they were an artist collective, just a group of young residents hoping to supply Santa Fe with an alternative art and music venue. Now, it consists of over 200 different artists and employs more than 150 people. And, you know, they're taking over the art scene. And if you ever wonder how did they come up with Meow Wolf, well, at the first meeting, everyone present put 2 scraps of paper with a word on each one. They each wrote on a piece of paper, 2 of them, put it in a hat, and the first 2 scraps drawn became the name of the collective, Meow Wolf. So, I mean, I didn't go to all of them, but, they do have the House of Eternal Return in Santa Fe, New Mexico. That's the OG, and then Vegas, but the one that I went to this weekend, I went to Convergence Station. Now, Convergence Station is in downtown Denver, located, like, right in between the highways, like, it's wild, of I-25 and Colfax Avenue. It's a 4-story building, maybe 5-story building. It rises 30 feet over 3 elevated viaducts. It's 90,000 square feet. It's Meow Wolf's largest installation yet, and it employs more than 100 local artists, including indigenous artists, which you'll see if you go. There's so many different artists. Like, I would never go to just a normal art gallery. I don't know. This was way more than just an art gallery. It was amazing. But the people they had here, the artists, they did a whole there were so many different kinds of artists because range of media including architecture, sculpture, painting, photography, video production, cross reality, AR, VR, MR, music, audio engineering, native writing, costume, and performance. There's several exhibits including a large-scale physical fabrication of the cathedral. They have a whole bunch of different you honestly, like I'll tell you more about it when I get to talking about how my experience was. But there's certain things that you just gotta pay attention to and just, look at everything because, yeah, it's a message too. Now, to explain kinda how badass this is gonna be, the way they say is Convergence Station is presented as an interdimensional transport hub of the quantum department of transportation, linking Earth to the convergence of the worlds, named for a cosmic convergence event that resulted in fragments of 4 planets fusing together, consisting of a Eucanopolis Sea Street, the crystal mines of the Osari, the frozen world of Ema, and a cosmic superorganism named Numina. Like, what the fuck? That sounds fucking crazy. I don't give a fuck who you are. That sounds fucking badass. Speaking of badass, did you know the Midwest Speciosa is doing $100 kilos out the door, tax included? You can mix and match up to 4 different kinds of kratom, up to a kilo, and only pay $100. You like multiple kilos? Me too. Same deal, tax included. The more you buy, the cheaper it gets. The cheaper it gets, the more you can get. I don't know. You know what I'm saying. Midwest Speciosa, LLC. Plants over prescriptions. We got the keys. So, that's a little background, of Meow Wolf. And I totally embarked on a journey to and in the Convergence Station, which, fuck, was so badass. Now that you know what Meow Wolf is, I can start by telling you the rest of it within my experience. So I knew that you had to buy tickets. So, um, looking back, my biggest regret is not doing my ticket for earlier. So I could have had more time in there because it's awesome. And they have like once you go inside, you can stay there as long as you want. But once you leave, there is no re-entry. You have to leave. And so, me not knowing any of this, I did the tickets for 520. And leading up to the MEOW WOLF, just want to throw this fun fact in there. Um, Ubered or Lyft, whatever the fuck, whichever one it was, to the place, and it was going to be a 20-minute drive. And the Uber driver, literally, I couldn't see anything but his face and the speedometer, and he was fucking NASCAR hauling ass down these streets. Like, got us there in 12 minutes. I was scared. I couldn't get the seatbelt to click. I accepted my fate. If I died, this is it. This Lyft driver is insane. No, but it's good driving, you know. But that's just a little fun fact. It's super, super fast, pretty intense. And so, get to Meow Wolf tickets, 520 entry. I knew that this is another fun fact because fuck it, might as well. I knew they said on the prohibited items, no electronic cigarettes. I took a little bitty Cali vape, just nicotine from a gas station vape with me, probably knowing that I was going to have to throw it in the trash can. And yeah, guess what? Lo and behold, yep. I didn't want to, yeah, they got metal detectors. So for real, just, yeah, don't take it. You don't need it. It's so legit in there. Fuck it. But yeah, and so walk inside, and I'm like, okay, it's pretty cool. And I knew I had a friend tell me that he wished he would have gotten a Q pass. And so I knew that's something that I wanted to get. And they had been making announcements about like going and seeing these people about getting a Q pass. And I would highly recommend getting one. It Q pass is totally like it'll dive you deeper into the story of, you know, the Convergence Center, and it's insane. It helped me out a lot, kind of like understand they're trying to tell you a story, and I feel like you won't really get it unless you do get the Q pass. And I mean, it's $3. You really can't beat that. And if you have a whole group of people, you only need one. The only reason I would get my own is because the nostalgic reasons, or just, being able to keep it. And there's a QR code on it so you can go back and access your memories or mems, and you can help. It's like solving a puzzle almost. And yeah, it was badass. It made it so much more interesting because it is art still. That's what it's about, artists expressing themselves. But I mean, the way it is done is, I mean, I would never be. It's not like a normal art museum where you walk around and it's a bunch of fucking people staring at shit, that are rich as fuck. And I it's so much more than that. so much deeper, like, hands down, probably one of the coolest things I've been to. Fuck. I mean, I'd say Meow Wolf was definitely the coolest thing I seen this year, last year. I mean, I don't know. It was pretty intense. Let me tell you that. It was fucking awesome. You just gotta check it out. But so I got the Q pass, and then they had like a few different ways you can go inside. And some guy was like, first time, I was like, yeah. And he's like, I recommend starting on C Street. And so we hop in the elevator, and within 30 seconds, I'm like, this is gonna be fucking awesome. Because he's talking like intergalactic space travel, fucking dimension. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is gonna be sweet. And yeah, maybe I underestimated how badass this place was gonna be because it was fucking awesome. So, boom, out the gate, you know, on C Street, it's just fucking so colorful. I mean, it's so crazy. Like they got like a DeLorean car. You can get inside the cars, everything you can touch, all the buttons. I mean, they got payphones throughout that whole place that you can call other payphones within Meow Wolf. And I remember when I noticed that, I seen you could call the other payphones because fun fact, I used to I used to at the early ages of cell phones when there were still payphones, any random payphone I'd see, there'd always have its number on it, and I would randomly call it because shout out my homie JC, back in the day in Collier, I remember, uh, the payphone in Collier, you could call people on it, and I'd have the number saved or whatever, and you'd call the payphone back, and then JC'd be there, and you could talk for free because you called the payphone, essentially. But yeah, so I called the payphone, and it was in I was, like, on C Street, and I seen the Miho Cafe, I think is what they call it. So I'm calling the payphone, and I see this guy and this girl looking at the payphone, and it's ringing, and he picks up the phone, and I'm like, "What's up? Are you at the Mio Cafe?" And I don't know, it's fucking hilarious, but yeah, they hung up on me. Probably not that cool of a story if you weren't there. So that's your bad. But yeah, after that, the first room I think I went into, because I should have been, when you get there, you should probably just check out every single place you can. Especially if you got the Q pass, you got to boop everywhere. I mean, I'm talking boop, boop on every screen. They got these like mem ATMs and then just other things. And then they got places on the wall. It's fucking crazy. So you walking down C Street, you're booping along. There's an all white room that it's like right by this weird, it's like a kid and something else. They're dancing. It's fucking super weird. But um, it's like an all white room with art displayed, and then you go in this back door, and there's this big ass circle with a fucking shitload of different colored QR codes, and the light is hitting different colors. So if you put your phone up to the QR codes at different times with the light and the different colored QR codes, the codes would pop up. And I tried to bookmark as many as I could. There was no way I could have got them all, but it was very interesting to see. I mean, there was stuff on there about shape shifting, um, art stuff, nature. I mean, there's this podcast, and it was I think a guy wrote. It's about a guy that wrote a book, and it was called "Hope: Are We Really Doomed?" And essentially, he thinks the worst thing you can do for the Earth, you know, looking from the Earth's point of view, is to have more children. Carbon footprint wise, the worst thing you can do is have more children. The best thing you can do for the planet would to be commit suicide, realistically. I mean, it sounds fucked up, but if you listen to it, you get what he's saying. I get what he's saying, you know. But I mean, he understands what he's saying and he still chose to have a kid, so tomato tomato. It was really good. I would recommend listening to it. But I mean, I found it all on the wall at Meow Wolf. Never would have heard of it, probably. Um, it's very interesting. And then I'm pretty sure from there I went into this little laundry room. And the laundry room was crazy. I mean, I seen this sticker on there. Like it was on this cork board and it said killer acid. And it had this little guy with his brain exposed and I was like, that's fucking badass. That's a badass sticker. Well, I got one. God damn it. But yeah, back to the story. So as I'm getting mind blown, I'm trying to work my way back towards where I came in at because I blew past a bunch of places and because I didn't know what the fuck I was supposed to do. And so I was working my way back, going through all the doors, and there's this movie theater. And holy shit, this is when I knew it was shit's about to get real. And I'm in the movie theater. There's only, I don't know, 3 to 4 two-person seats on each side, just a little movie theater. And there's just these short little animatronic, trippy, super duper trippy, holy shit, trippy videos. And I don't know how many of them played, but every single one of them was fucking badass. So badass. I mean, that was definitely a very cool part. That's just when, I knew shit's about to get badass. This is gonna be fucking awesome. And I mean, there's so many things that I think about that I forgot, just that's why you got to really try to open up every door. If it looks like you can crawl inside, crawl inside. Um, look up, look down, look all around. Man, it's like one big mystery puzzle. And I mean, little did I know it would be fucking life changing. It was fucking awesome. But yeah, when you hit the different worlds, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's certain things you do makes other things happen in different parts of the place. I can recommend you got to get a cue card. Boop at the walls, boop everything. If you see a bunch of people sitting in these little pod things, putting their hands on the wall, you got to do it too. I don't know what it is, but you got to do it. I promise. It's awesome. I mean, they literally had to kick us out because they had the last call and hadn't solved the fucking the mystery on the cue card. And then right before they're getting ready to close down the actual Meow Wolf thing, finish the cue pass mystery or cue card mystery. I was like, fuck yeah. But then they had the gift shop and I was like, man, there's so much awesome shit. I wanted to buy it all, but I couldn't. But I literally fucked around in the gift shop until they were like, "Yo, you gotta get out. We gotta close the registers down. Like, it's time to go." I was like, "All right, man. All right, whatever." So I get my shit and I'm outside, and I mentioned Lyft earlier, and I forgot, Lyft ain't shit in the afternoon, but when it's fucking after midnight on a weekend and you're in downtown Denver, motherfucking they're gonna hit you. And I'm talking like the fastest, quickest ride was $80, and that was to go like 20 minutes. I mean, if I wanted to get picked up faster, it would have been over 100. Um, it was fucking freezing, like freezing cold. And I mean, I'd just been inside like Meow Wolf for what seemed like days. I didn't know, you know, what was still the conversion station and what was just Denver. The whole ride back, it was fucking just to the Airbnb, not to, yeah, it was nuts, straight nuts. It makes me excited as fuck to hopefully be able to go to all the other ones. Definitely one of the highlights of my year, the whole Meow Wolf experience. Now I think call it, I'm gonna stop the Meow Wolf part of this podcast. Kind of just go into some free talk, free thinking, free whatever the fuck I want. So yeah, I went to Meow Wolf. It was awesome. There's, just hmm, I don't even know how to put it. That's why stay tuned. We will have a part 2 of the Meow Wolf, and it'll be good. It'll be good. I mean, it's definitely a topic that I think needs to be discussed more often. But for the most part, this weekend was like a totally eye-opening experience. I guess actually, yeah, in so many different ways, it was an eye-opening experience. You know, um, definitely everyone, if you can go to Meow Wolf, no matter where you are. You're in Kansas or anywhere close, definitely go to Denver. Um, and if you have went, definitely let me know what you thought of it because I had a blast, an absolute blast, and I would definitely go again. Hands down, I'd go again. Um, and I mean, just the overall, I love Colorado. I mean, one thing that is so hard for me to get out here is some authentic Mexican food. Like they just nowhere besides like the bigger cities have any tripas tacos or tripas burritos. I don't want, you know, I want tripas. That's it. Lango's okay, but tripas is fire. Tripas is the most amazing thing. And I went to a Mexican food truck and I got a 4-pack of tripas tacos, a tripas burrito, and I ate all of it. It was so delicious. I wish I could remember the place I went. I'd shout them out. It was so fucking good. So good. Um, yeah, I mean, it was a wild time, Definitely, definitely a wild time. Um, but I mean, just besides the weekend, matter of, you know, life and whatnot. I feel like life does some very weird things at some very weird times to try to show some very weird points. And it's like, who the fuck, you know? Why you rounding about in this shit? And if there's anything I think that I feel like a lot of people could benefit from. I don't even know why the fuck I'm doing this. Why am I talking about this? But probably subliminal messages. I feel like motherfuckers need to get better at communicating, you know, communicating and being honest. Legit, 100, for real, for real. You know, nobody likes being lied to at all. And I don't know what the deal is with yeah, never mind. We don't have to make another podcast episode about that because I might make a whole new season specifically for that because mm-mm-mm, it's fucked up. But you ain't gonna know what I'm talking about because I ain't said nothing yet, but you will. And yeah, I know I say I try to come out every Monday, but I mean I did hella driving this weekend. Um, I try to not do I don't do podcasts when I got my kids here. I figured out it's too hard, you know, can't do it. So I literally have one chance to do it, and I try to do it, but you're getting into the day late. So that's my bad. But you guys are awesome. You're the fucking best. Stay tuned for next week's episode. This is Once Upon a 785, the dopest motherfucking podcast in the Midwest. I'm your boy, Joji 350. And as always, hit him with an outro, bitch.
Middle of the map, can't swear I'm at. You can say I'm whack, it's just not a fact. Can tell if I'm awake or I'm in a dream. I just know I'm geeked on amphetamines. Never was a habit, now I gotta have it. Never was a fiend, now I am an addict.
Here's a little blooper for you. Enjoy. All right, so this episode number 8, Meow Wolf. Pretty much just gonna give you a quick rundown of, what Meow Wolf is, in general, and then how my experience went, because it was pretty. I feel like for anyone that doesn't know, here's a little fun fact. Sometimes I have to go through and edit out all the knows, because you could make a drinking game out of it. How many times I say you know, it's fucking. That's my bad.